East Hartford, Connecticut, home to the UConn Huskies, where basketball has a championship pedigree and there's plenty of enthusiasm for football as well. We've got a sensational matchup for you. Fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game. As we'll see, the Judicials taking on the UConn Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Huskies ready to get this thing started and open the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Judicials offense will start this game off with the football. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that
breaks into the open. The 40, the 30, the 20. Touchdown, Judicials. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
He'll bring it out. It's Coleman. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Huskies offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the second level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand that this guy is a top-shelf player, and I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season, but this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
If you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the second level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the second level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Scanning the field, it's Fagnano. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Edwards. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they football, you want to limit that yards after the catch, and he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
He'll do it himself. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. UConn will have to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Makes the signal, secures the fair catch, and they'll put it in play at the 37. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. Goes to the option. Quarterback on the keeper. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the back. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. He'll ride his man on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They force the negative play, now setting up fourth down.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. The UConn offense goes back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Split backs here. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking for a man. It's Fagnano. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. Second down coming up. Red pass, it's complete. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Really good offenses are able to attack short. You've got to be able to attack the whole field to make you honor that underneath part, then the intermediate part, and then you take shots down the field. This will loosen up some shots for later in the game.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. They'll run play action. Makes the catch. It's Bell. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be fourth down.
Nice job by the defense there on third and long, just sitting back and keeping everything in front of them. They give up an easy completion, but because they were able to rally and make the tackle, now they set up fourth.
Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Sends it back in motion. Got room to work. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here comes the option. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. They're dealing with a second and long. The option look. And not even a chance to pitch it as he is slammed down in the backfield. It'll be third and long. Looking to throw. The short hands, it's York. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this one is anything but routine, a 48-yard attempt from the right hash. Knocked it right through, showing that big range from 48 yards out.
And you want to... And you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. UConn going back to work on offense. They've spotted them a 10-0 start, now to see if they can answer on this drive. Give to the running back. And some room to work. He has the first and still on his feet. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking to pass. It's McDonald. Catch in the middle. It's Bell. Ball is loose. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver quickly and gave him an opportunity to make a few moves after the catch, but he's got to do a better job with ball security that time. That is a costly fumble.
Leaves it with the back. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. On the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
The Judicials line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Just needs a crack to get a return. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Just a short pass to the tight end. He picks up the 1st down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
2nd down coming up.
Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. Now the offense has to overcome the negative play after the defense comes up with a sack. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. To throw, it's McDonald. Unloads to the right. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on 3rd down, low percentage throw, it falls incomplete, and all that momentum that was established early in the drive, that's gone away now if you have to punt.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to keep the ball, but they did not. Quarterback keeper. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
He'll keep it himself. And the defense had his hands full, but they finally wrestle him down short of the 1st down.
trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. But moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
And that ball's on the ground behind the line. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
One thing this defense prides themselves on is their preparation. And they knew coming into this game they were going to see option on 4th down. All 11 guys defensively are ready for it. The quarterback tries to keep it himself, but there is nowhere for him to go, and they turn it over on downs.
The UConn offense goes back to work. There have been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He'll pull it on the read. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Huskies have it with a 1st and 10. To the air, it's McDonald. Got it in the middle, it's Murphy. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few.
Brings up 2nd down.
Picked up some yardage with that completion, now 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the 1st.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Dropping back, it's McDonald. Got out of trouble and throws. Grabbed in the middle, it's Hansen. How about picking up tough yards like that as he gets to the 22?
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half.
I think this quarterback needs to do a better job incorporating the hard count. That was 3rd and inches. If you use the hard count, you get him off sides. Now you get a first down regardless of whether you get sacked or not. Think about changing up the snap count a little bit to slow down this pass rush.
Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab past the marker. They make the stop, but not before he sets them up with a 1st and goal from the 10. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. To the air on 1st down. Fires into the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the defense is making some big plays here right up against their own goal line. They forced 2 straight incompletions, now setting up 3rd down. You're expecting pass again. Is this a situation where they're going to want to blitz, or do they stay back, play zone, and try to break on the ball?
It's 3rd and goal and a long way from the end zone. Running back searching for a hole. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll play it safe and try for 3. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Takes the handoff. It's O'Neal. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run the option. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They were able to make a quick stop.
And the traditionals will line up to punt it away. And the returner is stopped. UConn going back to work on offense. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. They'll operate out of split backs. They'll leave it with him. Makes his man miss. Crosses the 45. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, they just pushed the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, and man, oh man, it was brutal up front.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking for a man. It's McDonald. He spins that thing down the middle. And he'll move it in inside the 20. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Touchdown, Huskies! That's the way you finish a drive and put on points.
And I love it. Trust your passing game. Trust your quarterback because you know he can execute. You have confidence in him, and that is the way you finish the first half, and now you got a chance to tie this football game up.
The extra point here would tie the game.
Extra point.
And they did tack on the extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Fielded in the end zone, it's low. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, a first half that saw a little bit of everything there in East Hartford. And talk about a good competitive game so far. Not saying this has been the best first half we've seen in the history of these two programs, but they've matched each other's intensity, and the result has been, well, a good competitive game so far. They don't call me the most creative man in broadcasting for nothing, you know. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Rentschler Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Judicials will kick it away to crank up the second half.
Kick this one away.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The UConn offense goes back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Snagged in the middle. It's Bell. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
UConn will have to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. Rides the back on the option, the give. Turning it on! And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The give to the back. Runs for the tackle. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. And the Judicials are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage. The Judicials will try to pin them back with the punt. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time.
Delayed game. Offense.
That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The give to the tailback. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27. UConn quick to the line.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Holding. Offense.
A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Rushes on him. Makes the grab. It's Bell. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. Trying play action. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. This offense has it with really good field position. Trying to turn the corner on the left. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Defense got it. They're on the run. Across the 25, he's got room. Finally brought down. But what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Offense in a split backfield. They'll give it to the back. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. And he'll try to make it 2 for 2, this time from 35 yards away. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
Man, as a defensive coach, that's a win. When you can be already put in a bad position because your offense fumbles and they're in scoring position and you give up just 3, that is a situational football at its best. Nice job by this defense, handling a little adversity and just giving up the field goal.
They'll go back to work on offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Slings it downfield. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Gets the back moving. He's going to lose a yard on that one. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. UConn going back to work on offense. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
Got a nice catch. Way to get your feet down, and your reward is 0 yards.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
This would have been a massive field goal try from 55 yards out. Instead, they'll go for it and try to convert on 4th. Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
Well, I think the experience on offense was a big reason why the head coach felt confident going for it there on 4th down. He has a lot of guys that have played a lot of snaps. They've been in these big game moments before. Ice in their veins, and you saw it there on that completion to keep the sticks moving.
Unloads to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, they're trying to attack the middle of the field. That time the ball a little too high for his wide receiver, and it falls incomplete.
Bought a little time, lets it go. The sure hands, it's Hansen. He'll go out of bounds right at the 23-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. It is perfect. They double their lead up to 6 here in the 3rd quarter. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. The Miami Redhawks made it look easy today, but I promise you, there is nothing easy about a double-digit win on the road. And a win like this only confirms there is something special brewing inside this program. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connor's keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. This quarterback part of their running game. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll run the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The play action fake. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. That's the end of the period, and UConn has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And the Judicials will bring the punt team onto the field. They're up to a half-dozen kicks today. He takes it at the 45. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The UConn offense goes back to work. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the
open field on the right. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to throw, it's McDonald. Caught over the middle, it's Bell. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. Got some room to run. He's at the 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown Judicials. The defense takes matters into its own hands. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points, and now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
And the extra point gives them a 1-point lead here in the 4th. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll return it and try to get behind his blockers. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. UConn going back to work on offense. This possession will be a test after squandering that long drive throwing a pick 6, Jesse.
You're right, Reese. Well, I think this is really dependent, too, on the leaders in this huddle right now to step up and help this offense get back on pace here on this drive.
Yeah, and this defense is frothing at the mouth. They're excited. They're jacked up. They just made a big play. They got all the momentum, so they're ready to hunt.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 34. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Got the first down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This UConn offense really has it going. The give on the option. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Looking downfield, it's McDonald. Finds a soft spot in the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Makes the grab. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
They're going to run it. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
UConn comes to the line after getting another first down. Brown has it. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On the ground, going for the first down with the give to the tight end. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Already in prime field goal position, but they would love to score a touchdown to take the lead. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Well, that's new. If you want to give the ball to the tight end in this situation and let him run the football, I mean,
touchdown, Huskies! And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
what a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And here's the return. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I'll tell you, this offense just can't afford too many more incompletions because time's running out in the game. They need big plays in the passing attack, vertically down the field, and they've got to score some touchdowns.
That's caught. It's Swartz. He'll be brought down to about the 18-yard line. Not enough to move the sticks. They're throwing for it on fourth down. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. He's got a first down. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily.
Timeout, judicials.
Looking to throw on first down. Here's a throw downfield late.
This offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise his level of play here late in this 2-minute situation if they're going to get the win.
Yeah, and that's fine. Listen, it's go time, right? Now it's coming up on third down. You probably got 2 downs anyways. It's the fourth quarter. It's time for this QB to take charge.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. They are running out of time and very little choice. Down 5 late, they'll go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Here's a heat. Trying to escape and get it himself. And that is how we will wrap this one up. The old coaching cliche, go win or no every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you wanted to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been